Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Greek Godcast. We're your hosts. I'm Dan the Man, and with me, as always, is the Greek God himself, Tyler Jones.
2 days in a row.
What are we doing? We're on fire.
We're bored. We're doing nothing.
We're so bored, we're on fire.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Fiery boredom.
Slow day at work.
Yeah.
So, we're here again. Before we get started, though, I got some people I want to give a shout out here, and I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Jakara Hallman from the Indie Center podcast. She got a hold of our podcast last night and started listening to it. She enjoyed it. She shared it. Also, Chase Brown from the Chase and Josh Fact or Fantasy podcast. If you're really into Star Wars and Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
go give them a listen.
Yeah.
And also, the podcast Firehouse Problems, Kitchen Table Solutions.
Yeah.
It is co-hosted by my brother, who we'll get to in just a second. It's co-hosted by him and some of his fire buddies.
Yeah.
You know, when they're not working or whatever, they sit around sit around the table and talk about problems they encounter in the firehouse. It's pretty interesting. You can go give it a listen and let my brother know how much sexier my voice is than his. So, all right.
Yeah, we really appreciate the listens and the support. Just trying to return the favor.
Yeah, also, leave us a review. Whether you love it or hate it, leave us a review.
Yeah.
Share it around. If you hate it, send it to your friends. See if they hate it as much as you.
Yeah, the specific protocol for if you dislike it or offend it, as we've stated before, is to share it with everyone to confirm you being justified in disliking it.
Right.
So.
Right. I mean, also, before we get into anything else, I've listened to a playback of some of our shows.
Yeah.
There's a lot of background noise.
Uh-huh.
You hear me breathing a lot. And you hear me clearing my throat and coughing a lot. Folks, we are I don't even know if you would call us a bottom of the barrel podcast. We're literally just two dudes sitting in my shed recording on a phone.
You know, my wife listened to episode 3 last night.
Oh, how'd she take that?
Well, we didn't get to the whole thing because we were kind of in the middle of making dinner or whatever, but she listened to, like, almost the first half of it.
Right.
And she didn't make any comments, like as far as quality.
Once she hears my potty mouth, she might not let us play anymore.
No, it wasn't that bad. She said she could see our personalities coming out. I don't know if that's actually a good thing or not. I took it as a good thing.
Yeah, I would say it's a good thing.
I'd say it's a good thing. So she enjoyed it.
And also, you'll hear, most of the time when you hear something, it'll be the air conditioner running because, folks, it's South Arkansas.
Dude,
it's hot.
If you live here in South Arkansas and you're listening, you know what we're talking about. It's usually anywhere between 80% to 90 to 100% humidity. It's like walking through hot breath.
Yeah.
All the time.
And then if you hear me breathing, folks, I'm fat. Leave me alone.
We're both fat. Yeah.
And third, as far as the coughing and clearing throats, it's not the Rona.
You dip.
I dip.
Yeah.
2, this time of year.
Oh my God.
In South Arkansas, there is no clear air. It is.
No. On top of the humidity,
we have pollen
everywhere.
When the wind blows, it looks like it's blowing smoke, like something is on fire.
Like yellow smoke. Yes.
So
it's bad, dude. There's so many people sniffling and coughing, and because of the stigma of the disease, everyone's looking over their shoulder, freaking out, putting on masks and gloves.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm glad people are taking it more seriously now, but I mean, at the same time, it's like kind of like an overreact, forgetting about pollen. Like, no, dude, calm down. It's just allergies.
Right.
I don't have fever.
Right. So, every now and again, I'll run across something that I never thought I would hear said.
What's up?
So last night, I'm sitting on the couch. Haley's in control of the TV, and she's watching this show, the Bridesmaids Tales or
Handmaid's Tale?
sure,
I think that's what it's called.
sure.
I think I know what you're talking
about. That woman cult thing.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I heard it's really popular.
And there was a quote in that show
Yeah.
that I am about to throw back to you.
Oh, is this what you were talking about earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
Great.
it's a little graphic,
Oh boy.
but
Well, we did mark this as explicit content.
we did.
So there was a reason for that.
But there are words that I never thought I would hear spoken or that I thought I would say. And
Okay.
these are the words.
I'm ready.
And quote, "We'll get a turkey baster full of old man jizz and shove it up our twats."
Oh, wow. I wish the people could see my face.
Actual line from the show.
Wow. That is. Oh.
Now, I don't know the character's name that said it or
that
the
is
actress.
disturbingly graphic.
And I wasn't even invested in the show.
It just threw you. It just caught you off guard.
Yeah, I was sitting there scrolling through Facebook,
And then that happened.
Then that happened.
Wow.
And I was shocked.
Ugh. Ugh.
Shocked.
I need a shower now.
I was shocked.
I need a shower and a confessional.
That's right. I mean, it's both good and bad.
Yeah.
The shit they're putting in TV shows now. Now, granted, I don't think this is technically a TV show since it was on the.
Well, I mean, it is a TV show.
Yeah,
But I know it's not like your traditional cable
It was on
network
Hulu.
television. Yeah. But that's kind of what we're shifting towards now.
Which
It's
is
the new
a
norm.
good thing.
Yeah.
Because do you know how shitty Stranger Things would be if it were on TBS or something?
The thing I dislike right now, that's the ongoing trend of new shows being released, like Mandalorian on Disney Plus, and
I've heard a lot about it. Never watched it.
it's a really great show. But that's not why I mention it.
Right.
It's so like, and lots of shows are doing this now, but they're doing that only releasing one episode one day a week, as if it were a cable channel.
Well,
And part of me does like it because I'm not gonna kill like 8 hours binging a show, but at the same
Right.
time I'm like, I
Oh.
paid to be able to binge. I should be able to binge if I want to.
well, I mean, I see both sides of it. It would suck if Stranger Things came out one episode at a time.
Yeah, it would suck bad.
On the other hand, the last season of Stranger Things that came out, we watched it in a day and a half.
Oh, yeah.
So then we were like, oh, hell, we have nothing to watch now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I get that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you get to basically say, I just watched an 8-hour movie.
This is true. But, I don't know. That was one of them things, like, as much bullshit spews out of my mouth and hit the comedians I watch.
Dude,
I've never heard a line like that in my life.
in the last few years, I've really tried to, like, clean up my language. And before that, I too have said some really rough stuff. But, I mean, that's pretty graphic, man.
And I pretty much talk like a sailor.
Don't get me wrong, man. Like, if I get really frustrated I'm human, I've said words, but
Yeah. Words.
you've heard me
Yeah.
get upset.
Yeah.
It happens.
It does.
But-
But
that's pretty graphic.
But here's the thing. And I've always sort of had this thought.
Yeah.
And even still to this day, I try not to do it like when I'm around my mom or something.
Yeah.
When she hears these podcasts finally, she's probably going to flip out.
Oh yeah, she's gonna smack you like across the face.
Probably. But are words really that bad?
I mean, yes and no.
I mean, it's like, obviously, I don't want my 5-year-old running around saying fuck, but at the end of the day, it's a word.
yeah, but I mean, it's all about what the context and meaning is.
Yeah.
That's what
true.
really defines what a word is being bad.
Yeah, but I mean, like
Like when I talk to my kid about it, he'll ask me if certain things are bad, right? And I'll ask him what's the context.
your kid, he's getting to that age where when he's around his friend, he's talking like a sailor, guaranteed.
Oh yeah, no, he's gotten in
Guaranteed.
trouble at school. One day, no, this was last year. And you know what? And this might be the first time I've ever sworn on this show. Then I'm just quoting my child.
Oh, here we go.
So like last
This is a
year,
first, folks.
last year
Mark
he
it down.
last year he got in trouble, for swearing, and what had happened was he was in a mood, man. He was mad and like he was just, I don't know. He's getting in that preteen stage and kind of an early bloomer, I would say, and so he's getting a lot of angst and attitude going on. So like they wanted to play a certain game. No, he wanted to play a certain game. I forget what game he wanted to play, but they wanted to play dodgeball, and he just blurted out at the top of his lungs, "Well, I don't want to play fucking dodgeball." And dude, I mean, like when he said it, like you could hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh!" So, yeah, he got in trouble that day.
So here's the thing, though. If, your kid's 9, 10, whatever, and they say it, you get on to them. What is it when a 2, 3, 4-year-old toddler says it? You just can't get on to them. It's like the most hilarious, adorable thing you've ever heard.
Yeah. No, I get that. There's a time when Anna was in preschool, and she said pissed off, but she didn't get in trouble at all. Like, because
Right.
she was pretending.
Right.
She was pretending she was on the phone, and the teacher told us about it, and they said Anna was just walking around and talking. I just realized I done said my little kid's name. So anyway, yeah, I have 2 kids, Jaden and Anna. Anna's my youngest. She's my daughter. She's like 6 now, but she was like 3 or 4. No, she was 3. This was 3K.
Yeah.
And so she was walking around pretending, you hold your hand up like you're on the phone,
Yeah.
She was doing that. She was stomping around, and the teacher explained it to us like this. She just walked around and she said, "Ha, ha, 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 ha," and they pissed me off. And then she pretended to hang up the phone. And she didn't even get in trouble for that, though, because she done tickled her teacher so bad. Like,
I have a feeling that she has seen Mama do that a few times.
that is exactly what the teacher said. I plead the fifth on that.
That's smart by you.
Yeah, that's smart by me.
Smart by
I think
you.
things through sometimes.
Yeah.
But, like,
But sometimes it's fun not to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because then you try to explain it later, and it's really hilarious.
yeah. I mean, your wife's pretty cool. I think she'd be all right.
My wife is awesome.
She is.
Yeah.
She is. I think she'd be okay with a light roasting.
Very light.
Yeah. I mean, now.
Hashtag please be gentle.
Hashtag please. Now, my fiance, on the other hand,
She lives with you. She can handle so much.
Our whole relationship is basically roasting each other and throwing out one-liners just to see if we can get the other one to crack.
Yeah.
That's like, there are times, and it'll just be something random. She'll walk in there, hey, what do you want for dinner? And I'll just cut her off. I'll be like, shut up, bitch.
Oh my God.
And you would think it's mean, but like, that's how we communicate.
Yeah.
And she'll throw it right back. She'll be like, you want me to fucking stab you? I'm like, I love you, don't leave me.
Yeah.
It's
all about the comfort zone too.
Yeah, comfort zone. Comfort. I think you have to be able to roast each other in relationships.
Yeah,
in a fun manner.
Yeah, we take jabs at each other.
Yeah.
Not like that. Like we talk about comfort zone. I'm actually the one that wouldn't be comfortable saying that to her.
Yeah.
But that's me.
Right.
Right.
Well, she has enough crap to put up with because, folks, Dan is like the living, and I mean this in the greatest way possible.
Okay.
He is the living embodiment of a dad joke.
I am.
Like, every time I see a great dad joke, I think of Dan.
Yeah.
And it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why. I guess it's because we've gotten to know each other so well now that...
if we build up a fan base, and, some fans like to send people gifts or whatever, if we've ever built up a fan base, I wear a size 10 New Balance. Those are really comfortable shoes. I'm not going to be upset about that.
He likes metal grill tongs, so he can click them.
You have to.
You do.
If you don't, they won't work.
I even catch myself doing it. Like,
got to.
When I grilled a couple of weeks ago, I didn't even think about it. I just picked them up, click, click.
Yeah.
Like, well, I just did that.
Yeah.
It's
a rule.
I wear a size 10 New Balance.
Yeah.
That's the show title.
Yeah. That's a good title. I wear a size 10 New Balance.
And that is how we come up with ideas for shows, folks.
Yeah. Last episode, it's the format.
It's the format.
This is the format.
Now it's
New Balance.
New Balance.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
That's definitely the title.
Yeah.
Definitely the title.
I throw out gold.
You do. There are some times you throw out it's platinum.
Yeah.
You throw out some platinum.
Like you can take that stuff to eBay and sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of eBay, have you seen these mystery boxes?
No. What are you talking about?
They have mystery boxes like it don't matter what size it is, you can put something in a box and people will spend thousands of dollars on these boxes. And, you know, it could be a t-shirt and a coloring book. It could be a signed Michael Jackson record.
Thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Now I've heard of like subscription services where you get like loot boxes
No.
of different things.
Look it up on YouTube, and there's these people that will buy these boxes. Like one dude I know spent like $5,000 on this box, and all it was a big old box of plain T-shirts.
Dude, I need to get in on that.
I've thought about doing it. Like I've got some stuff I could throw in a mystery box that would actually be of some value.
Yeah, I know what I could do right now that would be very appreciated.
I'm just looking for any way to retire sooner.
You want to know what I'll put in my mystery box?
What's that?
Toilet paper.
Well, hey.
Drop $3,000 on toilet paper. That's not price gouging. That's just you being an idiot.
Right. Well, that's the thing, though. They don't tell you what's in the box.
Right. And
when you order from eBay,
Definitely
they don't
would
tell
not.
you. They just
And
if you're stupid enough and you got the money to roll the dice, you do it.
oh, dude, yeah, I need to check this out. I want to get in on it.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do a Greek Godcast mystery box.
Greek Godcast mystery box.
Yeah. You know what?
I would put something cool in there, but I would definitely also put a roll of toilet paper
put
just
something
for
pretty
fun.
cool in there.
Just to be funny.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So, folks, stay tuned. At some point, we will have a Greek Godcast mystery box that we will be selling on eBay.
For sure. Yeah.
And again, it's just like Patreon.
Yeah.
Whatever you spend on it, we're going to put towards the podcast.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
great idea.
Yeah.
Great ideas.
Great ideas.
You know who does not have great ideas?
Carol Baskin?
That bitch Carol Baskin.
Oh man, I really can't wait to shoot that video. Like that's gonna be I'm gonna get some water.
Yeah. Background noise.
Do you want a water?
No, I'm good.
Okay. That's gonna be
Yeah. I'm
really fun.
I'm still hoping we can do the video part of it.
Yeah.
If not, we will definitely do the audio. Either way, it's going down. I'm not 100% sure yet. We probably should have made sure of that before we announced
Before we
it.
announce it, I think we can.
I hope
I think
so.
between one of our computers, we definitely can do that.
Well, the trick is though, like getting it uploaded and making sure everything's right at my house, where we record it.
Oh well, what we can do is we can just record it, and then if we have to,
Bring it back to your house.
just where I have internet.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that
upload
makes
it there.
sense.
So that's not big. That's not an issue.
Right. But
This is why I'm your tech guy.
this is it. That's it. That's it. Not great ideas. My brother.
What do you do?
Well, and again, my brother, he's the one that's on Firehouse Problems, Kitchen Table Solutions podcast.
Yeah.
If I can find the link, I'll put it in the description.
Yeah.
I'll put the description to all the podcasts in this one. He, for the longest time, I've known this animal my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
He's had hundreds of ideas. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to have to stop working my normal job.
Yeah.
Like, there was one where he was going to be... there's this deal called dustless blasting.
What is that? I've never heard of that.
It's kind of like a big pressure washer.
Yeah.
I don't know the full detail. I've never really looked into it. If you asked him about it right now, he would tell you exactly, what sizes they have, how much pressure, blah, 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 blah. Like, he's researched it. But it's basically like cleaning up stuff, like a sand blaster, but there's no sand. I don't know how it works.
That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, you can look it up and again, get on their podcast. They have a Facebook page. He can tell you about it. He called me the other day. My brother and I both dip. Okay?
Yeah.
As if we didn't. I already wasn't the embodiment of every Southern stereotype.
At least you don't dip and smoke at the same time. I've known people to do that.
And back in my heyday, I had a dip, a chew, and smoke a cigarette at the same time.
Man.
I mean, I was, under the influence.
Yeah. Well, at least dipping's your only vice now.
Well, that and I eat like shit. I'm probably got like 10 years left.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. Is just eating
Garbage.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
Yeah, the garbage is
It's
delicious.
so good.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
He called me the other day. And mind you, we were probably sitting around watching a movie or something. He calls me, says, "Hey, what are you doing?" Well, actually, with the way he talks, I have to have him repeat himself because he doesn't move his lips when he talks.
Right.
Hey, what are you doing? His idea is this. Instead of they sell regular dip, which is, the worm dirt.
Right.
Then they sell pouches, which is a can of pouches, instead of having to
Oh
pinch
yeah,
it off.
like the snooze
Yeah.
that Camel did.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. His idea was, why not make dip that you can just go in there and buy one dip.
What?
Yeah, just one.
You mean kind of like the same concept of buying a cigarette?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which they don't do that.
They don't.
Like, people who, are shady try to do that.
Yeah, and...
Hey, 10-year-old kid, you want to buy a cigarette?
Right,
For
right.
$2?
It's like, it's like old Rodney calling you behind the store saying, "Hey, kid, come here."
Yeah.
But he said that to me, and then there was silence. Because I thought there was more to it.
And that was it.
That was it.
Like, he just threw the idea out there like he was going to do it, or he just thought it would be a good idea?
He just thought it would be a good idea.
Okay.
And,
I think it's a terrible idea.
It is. It is. And I told him.
Yeah.
Because, after a minute of pondering this nonsense, I thought about it. With all the government sanctions on tobacco now, they'd still probably charge $2 for it.
Yeah.
So at that point, you may as well just buy a whole damn can.
Yeah.
Well, no, it'll work. It'll work. No, it's not gonna work.
No.
Sorry, bro. It's not gonna work. It's just he all the time calls with these ideas of stuff that he's gonna do.
That's what they do right now with hemp sticks. Right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never looked into it.
Well, I mean, I see ads.
Yeah.
Like, there's one here in El Dorado, and in case you live under a rock and you don't know what I'm talking about, like, it's THC-less marijuana, and it's CBD. Like, it's a higher percentage of CBD. It's a CBD store, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, they sell all different kinds of variant. It's just like a weed store, but it's bunk weed.
Yeah.
Like, people are paying cush prices for bunk weed. Like, that's what's happening here. It blows my mind, man. Like, I don't do drugs anymore. I've been sober for like 9 years. But like, when I started seeing that, I was like, are you serious? But anyway, like, yeah, like, you can buy like pre-rolled joints or whatever of this CBD bunkweed or whatever, like,
right.
Individually. I don't know how much they are though.
Well, I mean, it's it's not going to do you as bad as cigarettes are.
No, it's not. They don't have all the additives and stuff.
And that's
I mean,
isn't that why they're?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But it just, when you talked about the individual dipping, it made me think about they actually do that with the CBD.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that why they're trying to ban vaping or something, allegedly, because there's so many chemicals?
Dude, actually, I don't think vaping is really. I mean, I don't.
They're not trying to make it illegal,
again, the show is full of opinions and so little fact checking. So I'm just going off hearsay when I say this. But from what I understand, like, vaping really isn't that bad for you.
No,
like,
it's conspiracy alert. Is because the government is in with big tobacco and they were getting a lot of money taken away because people were vaping.
I actually do believe that because tobacco companies spend millions of dollars on lobbying.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see some favoritism there.
It absolutely is.
When that whole thing happened a year ago, 2 years ago, and they're talking about banning vaping because some people got sick.
That was last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah, that was, or at least I think it was.
2019 was a long time, dude. It felt like 2 years in one.
Right
like,
now,
so much happened.
It feels like we should be at the end of this year by now.
Oh my God.
It's only March.
This year feels like 2016 on steroids. 2016.
What was 2016?
It was the most garbage year of them all. It was the year where all the celebrities died.
Obama was still here.
And then
that'll fire them up.
Yeah, that's gonna take somebody off.
It's Obama's fault.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. You remember how there was all those memes that were like, "Thanks, Obama."
Yeah.
I'm really surprised people haven't started recycling those to being "Thanks, Corona."
It'll happen.
As in like the coronavirus.
It'll happen.
Like maybe that's just how my weird mind works. Like
yeah, well,
those memes would actually work for this instead of "Thanks, Obama." It's like "Thanks, Corona." Like everything's shut down because of the virus.
Yeah, everything's shut down. It's right now. It's supposed to be baseball season. I can't watch my Braves.
I mean, I couldn't watch them anyway. I don't have cable.
Oh God!
It only affects me with just like little stuff. Like I can't take my daughter to dance.
Yeah.
My kids can't go to school, so my wife can't work.
Yeah. Well,
but actually, that affects me a lot. That affects me a lot.
Well,
because that's like a whole paycheck there.
Well, that's like last night. Fiance and I, we were sitting there, and she laid on the couch with me. And she's talking about, we ain't had no alone time in forever.
Because you're surrounded by kids.
We hadn't had to go out and do anything.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, well, here in a week or so, when we get all these bills caught up, we'll go out to the movies. And I was like, well, no, I guess we can't. Like, we're stuck.
You're stuck.
There's nothing to do.
Thing is, man, and I hate to transition over to the subject because we've been beaten to death, but I've been wanting to get this thought out for the last couple episodes, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So the thing is that's actually the ideal thing, is to just be stuck. Like, when in a couple weeks, this is just my opinion, and it's all based off of the idea of flattening the curve by just staying home, okay? I really feel like when the checks get issued out to help you with your bills, like, depending on, it's going to be like depending on your situation or whatever. Like, I'm in a family, so my stimulus check will be based on a family, kind of like yours or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, what I'm getting at is, I really feel like with all the relief laws that they've signed in place with unemployment and the stimulus checks and things like that, once the checks go out and they get everybody situated financially, it's just going to be a temporary measure. It's only going to last for like maybe 4 weeks financially, maybe. So once they get rolled out, shut the country down for 4 weeks. Just shut the whole thing down. Just tell everybody, go home, just take a month vacation, chill at your house. Staycation.
Here's the problem.
There's a lot of problems with it, but my thought behind it, I don't want to cut you off. I'm going to let you finish your thought. I just want to say this one thing about it. My thought behind it.
Beyonce had one of the greatest beats, sorry.
Yeah. Kanye. No, like, it's just, if people are told to stay home, they'll actually stay home. Right now, they're suggested to stay home, so they won't. And so, as a country, we're not really seeing a slowness in spreading. Like here in Union County, it's different. People are actually taking it seriously, and we aren't seeing as much of an impact. But then, like other places, it's not slowing down. So I personally feel like we just had a couple weeks where we were just made to stay home. We would see a reduction in the spread, and we could actually get back to our lives normally sooner.
Yeah,
well, but that's just me. But I know it's not easy.
Here's the biggest problem with all that. But before we get to that,
we're at 30 minutes.
We're going to stick around. We're going to come back, and I'll tell you the biggest problem with all this laying people off and stimulus checks and everything.
Okay.
All right, and break time, and we're back.
We're back.
We are back. That's weird though. The timer didn't restart.
That is weird. I mean, it doesn't affect us.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
Let's hope not. Anyways, the biggest problem with these stimulus checks and everything.
Yeah.
You got people getting laid off work.
Yeah. Which sucks.
Yeah, and then they go file for unemployment.
Yeah.
Which is an instant.
No, it's not.
mean,
I think my father-in-law did it, and last week, and I think they told him it would take a whole another week
Right.
for it to
So-
start.
Most people in this country are living check to check.
Yeah.
These utility bills are still coming in.
Yeah. Oh,
Self-
yeah.
Phone bills still coming in. Car notes still coming in.
Yeah.
They want to shut everything down, but they don't want to shut the bills down.
Yeah. I mean,
They're talking about they're doing this for the betterment for the people, for the better of the people. But yet,
they're not taking everything into account.
no, but yet they want to tell these people to stay at home, not work. But they still want to get their money.
Yeah. Granted, with my idea, I did leave some things out. It basically, it was just in a nutshell, all the ideal situation. Like that would be best. Like you're in a place where you don't have to worry about utilities cut off, mortgage, things like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if things were set up better, you know, and more ideal, that I feel like that would be the best way to address the spread. Like,
Yeah.
Thinking back, I did leave some of that stuff out, and you're right. Because if they did, I see you.
Well, no, I figured something out.
Okay.
I figured something out. Give us a second. We're gonna stop again. It'll seem like an instant to you.
Okay.
So, hang on 1 second. I screwed up, to be honest, folks. I screwed up. All right, and stop. All right, we're back.
We're back.
We are back. I screwed up. That's my bad.
Yeah.
It's a learning curve, folks.
Yeah.
So don't judge me.
No, I agree with what you're saying though, completely.
Yeah.
Because like if they did shut the country down like right now, none of this stuff would be taken into consideration.
Right.
Some states have enforced like things like mortgage suspension and
Yeah.
stuff
Well,
like that.
I mean,
but
there. Some people are saying, like light companies won't cut lights off for 60 days or something.
yeah,
Okay.
they should stop billing for 60
Exactly.
days.
That's the problem.
though.
They're not stopping the billing.
Like,
So if they decide if you can't work for 2 months and they say, well, it's cool, it's 60 days, we ain't gonna shut it off. Your
Yeah.
bill's still gonna be $500.
yeah, and then you're still going to be stuck trying to figure out how to pay it.
Exactly.
Like the money that you get, they should just stop everything and the money and go ahead and give you the money so you can at least pay for your food.
Right.
Food and gas, the absolute emergency stuff, and then stay at home and chill.
Yeah.
You know.
It's
But that's the ideal thing, and that's really what I'm talking about.
but there's
But that's not going to happen.
no, because any which way you look at it, these big companies, they no matter what, they
And the
have to
government.
get their money.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunately the world we live in where money comes before people.
Because people are what?
Shit.
Yes. People are total garbage.
We should have since we're on Spotify, I can put a song. We should have Slipknot song on here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how to do all that though. It seems kind of complicated.
Yeah, it does seem kind of complicated.
And I don't know if we could distribute anyway. Anyways,
Yeah. Copyright.
yeah, that's fourth episode getting sued. That might be a record.
Wow. It's not, I mean, they say any press is good press.
This is true.
But I don't know if I want bad press immediately.
I don't
Not
know.
right off the bat.
It would be pretty cool to get enough bad press to where I'd get called on to like Nancy Grace or something, just so I could shut that dumb bitch down. Oh my God, she's the worst.
Man,
Hot mom.
I'm gonna feel really bad saying this. I don't even know. I can't remember who Nancy Grace is. What is she famous
She's-
for again?
She used to be like
I don't watch television.
She used to be like a lawyer who got her own TV show on CNN.
Really?
Or was it CNN or
So what does she talk about?
she covers all these like the major crime cases. Like Casey
okay.
Anthony, she was all over Casey Anthony from the start to the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and by the way, everybody knows Casey Anthony did it just as guilty as OJ is. Just as guilty as who?
OJ?
Yeah, OJ and Casey Anthony are guilty as who?
Oh, man.
That bitch, Carol Baskin.
Oh, man. Why did I miss that? It was right there. I had one job and I dropped it.
Put it on a T for you.
Yeah, please do that.
I put it on a T.
Yeah.
You swung and you missed.
I missed.
But it's the format.
It's the format.
It's the format.
It's not perfect.
But no, Nancy Grace, she's one of them people that, you know, she gets on whatever station she's on now and she rants on, as you hear more background noise with the wind going.
Yeah.
With all these major cases, and she just beats them to death. Like when Tiger Woods had his old deal where he was banging hookers and drinking.
Oh, yeah.
She was on him. He shouldn't be allowed to play golf anymore.
Man, it's really bad that people can profit off of not minding their own business.
Yeah, and I get it.
And that's what I see that as.
You know, I get it. Okay.
Being nosy and gossiping.
You got to have news, and the American news cycle is if it bleeds, it leads.
As we talk about somebody else. Kind of like gossiping.
Well, is it gossip if it's really true?
No, I guess not.
I don't have a problem with them covering criminal cases.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
because that's informative, right?
Yeah, but like with the whole, going back to the Tiger Woods thing.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods cheated on his wife, banged a bunch of hookers, got drunk, and crashed his car.
Yeah.
He didn't kill anyone. And he went through this whole thing and lost sponsorships, all that.
Yeah.
But Nancy Grace was treating him like he was Jack the fucking Ripper.
Like he's a hardened criminal.
Yeah. I mean, okay, he got drunk and banged hookers. Go to Las Vegas, you'll find several of them.
Yeah. Isn't that legal there?
I don't know. I don't know.
I heard that. I don't know if that's true or not.
I mean, technically it's been legal. I mean, porn movies.
Yeah, I mean, that's all that is legal prostitution.
It's filmed legal prostitution.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
But because they're paying, they have to, I believe
Actor.
that adult film studios, again, don't quote me, don't fact check me. I believe they
you can fact check them, just don't nail them to a cross over it.
Yeah, they have to pay some sort of tax, like adult film tax or something.
Yeah.
Like a movie studio tax.
And there's supposed to be like paperwork and waivers and things, things in their contract or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe, like health related stuff.
Maybe one day we'll get this show big enough we can have a porn star on and tell them they can tell us all the legalities of it.
Yeah. Anyway, that might be the episode I get grounded.
What? I mean, they'd be over a phone. Be like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, it'd be over like Skype or something.
Skype's fine.
Yeah, is Skype still a thing?
I think Zoom is the trendy one now.
Zoom?
Yeah, I think Google does it? No, it's a conferencing app. I actually have it on my phone. I think Google makes it.
If you can pull it up.
Well, I probably have it in a folder. I'll just do this. Oh, no, it's not a Google app. It's just, it doesn't say it's a Google. But it's an app you can get on any app store. But yeah, it's like a conference app.
Right. Anyway, how did we get here?
The format?
It's the format.
It's the format.
That's the answer for it. We got to get some t-shirts made.
Yeah.
It's the format.
It's the format.
Yeah.
I wear a size 10 New Balance.
Yeah.
Those are 2 shirts right there.
And
then the logo shirt.
Hold on. Could we put New Balance on a shirt and sell it?
Well, I mean, just the sentence. I wear a size 10 New Balance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe we won't get sued over that.
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe
not. I got a problem.
What's up?
And it's something that it's kind of old news, but it's still ongoing.
Yeah.
And folks, it's the format. This is a hard left turn. I don't know how much you've kept up with it, but in Major League Baseball, there has been a quote-unquote cheating scandal.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so shocked.
Well,
Because it's major sports.
here's the thing.
Wait, how far back is this? I know it's not recent.
Well,
Because sports are shut down. But
It's fairly. I mean, let's see.
2020 or 2019?
I'm trying to think. Hold on.
Okay.
It's the year the Astros won the World Series. So wasn't this year? Was it last year? So 2018.
Okay.
Whatever. 17, 18, whatever. Sports people know.
Yeah.
Everyone is talking about how they cheated, and they should be stripped of their title. Managers have been fired. General managers have been fired.
Cheated in what way?
Because they quote unquote, because get this, they stole signs.
What?
You know, the catcher and the pitcher, the catcher has signs, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. They stole signs. Here's the thing. Apparently when they were at home, they had somebody beating a drum or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that led to it.
Huh.
Yeah. Here's the problem, folks. Number one, every game, every team is stealing signs. A lot of dugouts have a guy that watches the signal person for the other team to find any tails.
Yeah. As far as what pitch the pitcher's going to throw, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
I'm
for
with
anything really,
Yeah.
what pitch he's going to throw, if they're going to have a runner steal, if they're going to do a hit and run, if they're going to do a bunt.
Yeah.
If there's a runner on second, they will steal signs.
Yeah.
Because the runner leads off the base to where his teammate at the plate can see him. One arm down, fastball, both arms down, off
Yeah.
speed. It happens every game. But, and this is my theory on it, but since the Astros beat Los Angeles, you know, Los Angeles is special people,
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to raise a fit over it.
Yeah.
And there's, I mean, people who weren't even with the Astros anymore, but were a part of that team, whether they were a coach or a reliever or whatever,
Yeah.
they've been fired. Carlos Beltran was, I don't remember if he was a player, bench coach for the Astros when they won the World Series and this happened, but he got the job to manage for the New York Mets.
Yeah.
Before he even got to manage a game, he was fired because of this. Meanwhile, you want to get juiced up to the gills, you can get suspended, but you won't get fired. Meanwhile, you want to get drunk and drive, we might suspend you.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's
A lot of players in a lot of different sports. That's like the most common one that they get away with.
well that and domestic abuse.
Yeah.
You know,
Ray Rice was the first one to come to mind when you said that.
yeah. Well, what he did seems like it was so much worse because it was on video.
Yeah. Did
Now-
he get kicked out of the league for that?
Yeah, he wasn't. He got suspended for a year.
Okay.
They didn't technically blackball him,
Okay.
but nobody picked him up.
What does blackball mean?
Banning, basically.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So he got kicked off his team,
Yeah,
suspended from participating,
and his suspension was over, and he could have came back,
but nobody offered
but no one
a
offered.
spot.
No one offered.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you go back in time a little bit. Dante Stallworth, a wide receiver, got drunk and killed someone,
Oh man.
and he got to play again.
Wow.
And by the way, before we get too far in this, don't bring up Colin Kaepernick. If he wanted to play, he could be playing. He's too much of an arrogant, self-indulged, wants to be a martyr, spineless punk prick bitch.
I heard that the reason he hadn't got picked up was because he wasn't that good of a player.
He had one good year.
Not because of like the
He had-
quote unquote controversy.
He
But,
had one good year.
Oh, okay.
He had one good year.
Yes.
Then when he became a full-time starter, he
Was that-
didn't suck.
Yeah.
He was just a very mediocre quarterback. But because he was doing the whole kneeling thing and protest of this and that,
Yeah.
people, they want to run with, well, he's not being signed because he's racist. He's had opportunities. He has turned them down. One, because nobody's going to spend $25 million on a backup quarterback. Two, and folks, whether you like it or not, Tim Tebow didn't play for the same reason. Because he was too much of a distraction for the media.
Yeah.
The media would come in with cameras everywhere, asking questions. No one wants to deal with that.
Yeah.
But he's had opportunities. Colin Kaepernick has had plenty of opportunities.
Yeah.
But he wants to be a martyr.
You see, I didn't know.
It's a
I didn't know he had. I thought he didn't get any opportunities at all, but I didn't think.
No,
not because of the kneeling thing, but I heard it was because he wasn't a good player.
Again, he had one good year, and then when he became a full-time starter, he didn't suck. I mean, he would be a serviceable backup.
Like, he was decent.
Yeah, if your starter got hurt, you felt good about him coming in and finishing the game.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but because everything that was going on at the time,
you're right.
People wanted to blow up as he's this hero and he wants to talk about oppression. Dude was adopted by a rich white family. Shut up. I mean, this is probably where I step on a lot of toes.
Yeah.
But it just...
What's he doing now, though? Because, like, you mentioned Tebow. Tebow's on ESPN as, like, a
analyst,
anchorman.
And he's was playing, like, he was trying to get to the major leagues.
In baseball?
Yeah.
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 But, I mean, he's still working.
Yeah.
He's just
Kaepernick is finding any and every way he can to be a martyr. To say, hey, I did this and they've done this to me. Look at what they've done. Come and support me.
So he's not working?
No, he ain't doing shit. Well, I wouldn't say he's not working.
Because he did get that marketing deal a while back with
Yeah.
Nike, but I don't know if he's still doing that.
Yeah, that was a PC ploy. That's all that was.
Okay.
I mean, he got the deal, but it was a publicity stunt. But who's going to argue with $1 billion Nike? It's just... I'll watch ESPN and watch these analysts talk about him, and none of them will tell the truth. None of them will be honest.
Yeah.
Which, I get it. You got producers and stuff that want to... Why? I don't know. I don't know why I'm wasting my breath on Colin Kaepernick.
Well, that's funny you made the comment, people don't want to be honest in public. Like, dude, there's so much stigma and stereotype. Like, you can't... It's really difficult to be honest without being labeled something you're not, just because you have a belief or opinion.
Right. Like, anytime a white person would disagree with Obama, they were considered racist.
And anybody who, like, voted for Trump or didn't and then to change their mind and is now for Trump, they're automatically a racist.
Yeah,
just simply because they choose to associate their name.
If a black person is a Republican, they're an Uncle Tom. They're not real black.
But on the other hand, like if you're on the left side of politics, then you're automatically a snowflake.
Yeah.
Like or whatever the derogatory terms are now currently for that.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. Like, people make their choices, because of because of their opinions, their thoughts, their beliefs. It's not simply because they're a certain derogatory manner that you instantly label them as, and it's really disappointing.
It is.
That people have gotten to this presumptuous state of mind where it's like you can't even state your opinion anymore without being shut down by the masses.
Yeah, and because here's the real truth of it. Everyone, white, black, man, woman, Mexican, Chinese, whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone is judgmental and racist.
Yeah.
It's just to what degree.
Yeah.
Now, you got those, that are overtly racist and judgmental.
Yeah.
Then you have some of those that are, they'll tell a little racist joke every now and then. And,
yeah.
But here's this whole thought that only one certain people is racist. No, everyone is
No,
racist.
that's not true at all.
It's
Like,
but we can't, for whatever reason, we can't be honest and talk about these things without some big uproar.
yeah,
Now, that being said, I've never dealt with oppression from police.
no. I mean, I can't say I understand what the struggle is like for people in the African American community because I'm not one of them.
Hold on, they black folks.
Black folk,
Black
African-
folks.
I mean,
Black folks.
same thing.
Yeah.
The point is,
Why are they African when they live here?
well, I'm just saying
They black folks.
that's the term. It's like we don't call them Indians anymore; they're Native Americans.
We still got chinkies though.
Oh my god. The point is, what I'm trying to say is like I can't say I understand the struggles they've been through because like I've never lived that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
But
I've heard stories and I think it's horrible.
It's just that there are people, like, you realize I say we, but in general, people will actually listen to that idiot, what's his name? Sean King. He's this.
I actually don't know who that is.
He's like a black activist on CNN.
Okay.
He kind of like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton. We will listen to them more than we will actually talk to our black neighbor. Like, just because Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson and Sean King said it, well, that's how it is.
That's like you say that reminds me of South Park when the episode where Randy said the N-word and Stan keeps going up to Token and he's like, hey, it's cool now, my dad apologized to Jesse Jackson, and Token's like, Jesse Jackson is not the president of black people. He told my dad he was.
Yeah. It's like we listen to them more. And just because they say it's offensive or oppressive or racist, we actually think that all black people feel that way. Why not?
That's not true.
No.
If you want to know how somebody feels, just have a conversation with them.
Right.
Like,
we are allowed. We should be allowed
respectful
to have conversations without it turning into a fight.
To have an adult conversation and be like, okay, well, this is what I understand. What do you understand? Let's have a conversation. Like, this is my reasons for why I think the way I do. If you think differently, then let's talk about it. Let's come to a reasonable understanding.
But it's just this.
But that's too much to ask these days.
It's just this world we live in of wanting to.
It's so full of hate.
Wanting to catch someone, just to say, "Hey, I caught him."
We got really philosophical really fast.
We did, and
that's the format, though.
Yeah, and it's like that deal with Paula Deen. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like
what she said was bad, but it was also 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not saying that makes it better, but at the same time, like I feel like they crucified her
when
they really shouldn't have.
Right.
Like, give her a chance to explain herself or apologize or make it right or something. Don't, strip her career away.
No, she shouldn't even have to explain herself. It's just, okay, we know this was a long time ago. Don't let something like this happen again.
Yeah.
And then be done with it. Okay, you acknowledged it. It was said. Don't let it happen again.
You know what? It's funny you mentioned that. That happened with another guy. I can't think of his name.
Well,
He's the no. Hold on. He's the dude that came up with the really popular cartoon Rick and Morty. Okay, you've heard of Rick and Morty, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. Adult Swim stood up for him so he came up. And I feel bad for laughing at this, but it's just so outrageous. It's funny. That's just my mind laughs at dark things. Okay, so he came up with this show back in the day, and if I remember right, the premise of it was this dude would go back in time and molest serial killers when they were a child. So they wouldn't grow up to be serial killer. It was something like that. It was something horrible, a horrible premise, something to that effect. And when people found out about it, everyone started getting up in arms and pointing fingers and at him. And he apologized for it or whatever. But Adult Swim didn't fire him. They were like, no, look, this was in the past. And we're not going to end this man's career because everyone wants to get upset about something so old. Yeah, he understands now that, the whole thing was bad. It was in bad
Yeah.
taste, you know,
Well,
and he doesn't have to lose his career over something that happened in the past.
Well,
that's like damning a felony who served
Yeah.
time.
I mean, it's kind of like the Kevin Hart thing. You know, he sent out a tweet or his video or something.
What did he do?
He was
I
talking
heard something
about,
it, but I
like,
don't know the details.
he was talking about something like if his son was gay, he'd slap him or call him a faggot or something.
Oh, okay.
Folks, it's Kevin Hart.
Yeah, he says, man,
But-
he has said
but the problem
worse
was,
things in his shows.
he was slated to host the Oscars, which is
right.
the biggest,
That's right.
which is the biggest joke of an award show ever.
And Ricky Gervais ended up hosting it
Yeah.
instead, right?
I think, I don't remember, but Kevin Hart was supposed to host it.
Yeah.
And then somebody found this tweet from like
Maybe it was somebody else.
4 or 5 years prior.
Yeah.
First of all, here's the thing. If you're one of those people that are going back years and years of tweets to try to find something offensive, you're a fucking loser.
I don't know if it's necessarily always, I mean, some of it, yeah, I think that is the case. But I don't think it always is that thought when people find stuff that far back. Because, like me, I understand as a fan of things like, you know, like take YouTube, for example.
Yeah.
I will find a YouTuber that I really like, and I'll watch all their most recent videos, and I'll really enjoy it. And I'll be like, well, no, hold on, I want more. So I go through their back catalog just to see what they have.
That's different.
You know, but
Watching videos is different.
yeah, but
But going through 5 years of tweets,
I think that's pretty ridiculous to do it with tweets. But what I'm getting at is, I kind of think maybe they're just going through their tweets and just reading what they wrote about,
But-
and then maybe if they found something, they're like, "Oh my god, this is
but
horrible."
yeah, but then again, I mean,
Because how else
but
are you
you-
going to find the pedophilic tweet, or
but
quote
you-
unquote pedophilic tweet, the horrible tweets James Gunn wrote?
but then again, at the same time, you know, you go to Kevin Hart and you scrolling through and you get to 2009. That was 11 years ago. There's no big deal. Someone who reported it they wanted to feel powerful. Whoever posted it, whoever found it, you know, they wanted to feel like they were important.
Yeah.
Because these people that do this are fucking losers.
I guess I just try not to immediately assume that people are as terrible as
Well,
I say they are.
Here's the thing,
You
folks.
know.
Here's the thing.
I like to try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but you're
Yeah.
probably right.
Yeah.
Is the thing. That's the sad part.
People are like that because for some reason we are now more offended by words than we are actions. You know, what was
Yeah.
the rule growing up? You know, sticks and stones.
Break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Right. Now it's
Now it's the opposite. Words breaking my bones, cuz. What are you doing?
yeah, and we just everyone's so damn offended by everything.
Everything.
Folks, you know,
Remember when you could just joke about something and people didn't assume you were a Satanist?
right.
Yeah.
Right. You know, there's a very small group of people left that you can actually joke with and not be labeled as a racist, as a homophobe, as a transphobe, or whatever other, you know.
Whatever
By
folks.
the way, phobes,
Phobes.
yeah, there's only two genders. Shut up. Okay? There's man or woman. Is that pissing them off yet?
Probably.
Probably.
I mean, that's usually the hot button. Like, that's usually the
No.
one. Ask Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Like, they tried to get his special taken
oh my
down.
god, that letter people bit was amazing.
That was, man, Dave Chappelle's really funny.
That was amazing. No,
Yeah.
look, here's the thing. If you're a woman and you want to be a man or vice versa, God bless you. Go do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I don't care. But don't tell me you want to be treated equally, but yet you want to have all these special benefits. Okay? That's like this whole women want equality in the workforce. No. You want equality in the high-powered CEO jobs. Okay? Stop bullshitting. Just be honest. Just be honest. Now that I've pissed all of you off, share it with your friends. let's be truthful.
I think there's some things about that that should never have happened. Like, I don't think, people should be discriminated against in the workforce, and I feel like everybody should be paid the same. Like, I don't think that should have ever, as far as like the wage gap between men and women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like, I don't think that should have ever happened.
It's true, but there are some times I'm just like, really.
Like, I'm not saying like a grunt and a supervisor should be paid the same when I say everybody should be paid the same.
Right. No, I'm just, there's sometimes to me there doesn't seem to be logic. Like, what's that chick's name? The actress. She played the kissing Kate Barlow in Holes. You remember what I'm talking about? The blonde chick.
I'm not sure what that is.
Patricia Arquette.
Okay.
She was talking about, there needs to be equality for pay as far as actors and actresses go. Okay.
But I also understand pay is based off experience too and
Well,
skill.
Well, here's the thing, and she was talking about because, this movie she was in where she was a star, equal pay for actresses, same as actors. Here's the thing. Let's say her and Denzel Washington are in a movie.
Okay.
I'm paying money to see Denzel Washington. And this is nothing against actresses, against women. It's...
Yeah, because for me, if it was Scarlett Johansson and Denzel, I'd be paying money to see Scarlett.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
But the fact is, off of one movie, these people are still making more than 99% of the country.
Dude, when Endgame came out, Robert Downey Jr. scored so much money off of that movie.
Well, I mean...
Like, because, people were paying to see everybody, but, like, he was, like, the first one in the MCU. Like,
yeah.
that's who people want to see,
But that's the thing, okay, let's say there's 2 movies in the box office.
Okay.
You got Idris Elba starring, or you have...
007?
Yeah, sure.
If we're going to do a hypothetical, let's do it
Let's
right.
do a hypothetical.
Yeah.
You got Double O Idris.
Yes. Hashtag double Idris.
And then you got Patricia Arquette in some love story.
Okay.
Which one are you going to go pay to watch?
Like, if you're asking me, like, both as a guy and as, like, my own personal taste in movies, I'm going to go see Idris Elba.
Most of the people are.
Yeah, because for one, I've always wanted to see Idris Elba play 007, and also, like, I'm not into romantic movies.
Exactly.
Like, if you catch me in the movie theater seeing a romantic movie, it's because it's some movie my wife really wanted to go see.
And
I'm supportive in things my wife is interested in.
let's be real, it's also name-based.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
it's not even about gender, it's about names, man.
let's say,
How do we get on movie actors?
I have no idea.
Format.
I was offending someone, and then it led to something else offensive.
We started talking about the wage gap.
Yeah, and it's the format.
Yeah, it's the format.
And
We're rambling at this point, though.
we are, and we're about to cut off.
Yeah.
But let's say you have Jennifer Aniston in a movie.
I did want to complain about one thing, though, before we cut off. So finish your thought.
Okay, so Patricia Arquette was talking about, women not getting paid enough in a movie. Okay, let's say you put Jennifer Aniston in insert romantic comedy here.
Okay, right. Which she does a lot of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you put Patricia Arquette in the same exact movie.
Jennifer Aniston's going to win every time.
Whose money is going to draw more?
Jennifer Aniston.
Exactly.
That comes back to what I was saying, though, about, it's about the name, it's about the skill, it's about the experience, it's about, how good of an actor or actress are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
but I think that's the only, like, substantial reason for any kind of quote-unquote wage gap
yeah,
between
I don't know if
people.
we solved anything here.
We didn't. And we're not going to. We're 2 dudes on a podcast.
And
Like,
we're 2 dudes in a shed.
We're just talking stuff out, man. But I don't think people should be paid less based on whatever gender that they are. That they are. Like, you shouldn't be paid less simply because you're a woman, and you shouldn't make more simply because you're a man. You should make more because you're a hard worker and you're experienced and you're skilled and you
Well,
should
no,
make
I'm
less because you're entry level and you just
No,
haven't
I'm
worked
not.
your way up the ladder.
I'm not saying that there shouldn't be equal pay. What I'm saying is, and it goes back to the LGBTQ, AT&T,
Man, I don't know.
whatever.
Every time I think I have it down, it feels like they add another letter.
Yeah,
And I'm not homophobic when I say that, so
It's
don't
fi-
even try to
it's-
label me like that. It's
it's
just
fine.
it's a reality. First it was LGBT, then they added Q,
What
and
the
I think
hell-
they added I at the end.
Whatever.
Q's question,
it doesn't matter.
but
It's
it's just LGBT.
it's ridiculous.
That's
It doesn't
all I
matter.
say because it's just easier that way, man.
But it goes. My main point was these people. We want equal rights. No, you don't. No, you don't. You want equal rights, but yet you want all these special benefits. You don't want equality. You want to be seen as equal, but treated specially. You want to be treated as if you're something special. You're not any more special than Joe Blow down the road.
Everybody's the same.
Yeah. We all sleep under the same moon. We all bleed red. Now, you wanted to complain about something? Let's take that left turn and go.
Oh, yeah. So, first, on your closing thought, I agree. We should all just be treated the same without making a huge fuss about it.
Yeah.
But that's my last thought on it.
Yeah.
Is agreeing with you. But I wanted to clone something hard left again because I want to just talk. I've been checking Disney Plus
Here we go.
every day. Man, I was talking about this earlier, and I want to say this on the podcast because it's infuriating. So, all right, check this out. If you're a subscriber of Disney Plus, first of all, good for you. It's a good platform. It's cheap, and we're not sponsored by them, though that Disney money would be pretty sweet.
It would be.
But I mean, it's
They would
it's
never pick
good.
up
Like it's a
someone
really
me.
like side thought. Netflix, you have to pay to be able to watch on more than 2 screens.
Yeah.
Which I actually downgraded from that because I had some people sharing my account or whatever.
Well, go ahead.
But
Oh.
Disney doesn't do that. Like when you sign up for an account, you automatically get 4 screens, like on just their. They don't even have tiers. Like it's just the normal $6.99 a month. Whatever.
Yeah.
So it's good, and it's full of all that classic nostalgic Disney stuff and Pixar. They got some cool original shows. I mentioned Mandalorian earlier. One of the things I like to watch is the Jeff Goldblum show, The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
Let's go faster.
Is such a treat to watch that show. He's so awesome to watch. But my complaint about it is it didn't, when Toy Story 4 came out, it did not take very long at all for Disney Plus to put it on their platform. And then when this pandemic happened, like they didn't wait hardly any time at all to put Frozen 2 out. I was actually really irritated. I rented Frozen 2 on Amazon Prime for my daughter Friday, and it was available to stream, or at least I became aware of it Sunday. For all I know, I could have just streamed it Friday. No, I couldn't because I checked. Sunday was available to stream, and it made me so mad. I could have waited 2 days and saved $6. But anyway, so my point is right now with the whole thing, you can rent movies in theaters from your home. They're putting things out on video on demand faster, but they're taking too long, in my opinion, to release Star Wars Episode 9 on Disney Plus. I don't want to pay $20 right now. Money is tight. We're in an economic crisis. I don't even want to pay $6 to rent the movie. I just want to stream it. They say they're going to release it on Disney Plus. They're taking too long. It's annoying. If you can put Frozen 2 out that fast, you can put Episode 9 out that fast.
I might be thinking the system will crash when it goes on.
Dude, once it puts out, I will straight up have a marathon of all the episodic movies together from start to finish, and it will be amazing.
Speaking of streaming, and Haley and I have talked about this a couple of times. As much as Netflix is hyped up,
Yeah.
there's really not a bunch of shit to watch on there.
They're doing better. They
kinda.
I've actually found myself watching Netflix more, but I'm also into more stuff than you too.
Yeah.
I'm into anime. Like, I finished Baki on there
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago,
But,
and then I
it's-
turned around and started watching Castlevania.
And I get it, there's certain contracts or whatever with these movies you can and can't get.
Yeah, like
But-
like Solo and Infinity War are still on Netflix
But,
because
like,
they
as-
have a contract.
But as far as like movies go, there's not a whole lot of good movies. There's a bunch of $10 horror movies, which I do have a little bit of a guilty pleasure for them.
They're funny.
They are. We watched one the other day that, what was it? The Funtown Massacre, the Funhouse it was Funtown or Funhouse Massacre,
Yeah.
and you had these. It was basically, in kind of a way, a cheap ripoff of Suicide Squad.
Mm.
Unpopular opinion amongst most people that I've read. I enjoyed Suicide Squad.
Really?
I did.
I didn't care for it.
I thought it was decent.
I mean, I feel like it could have been. My thing about Suicide Squad is I feel like instead of Enchantress being the bad guy, oh whatever, spoiler alert, like anybody cares at this point. Instead of Enchantress being the villain, I feel like the villain should have been Joker, and I agree with everyone else that
Horrible
the Joker
Joker.
should not have had damage written on his forehead, and Jared Leto should not have acted like Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Like,
After
because that's what I got was clown Jim Carrey with stupid hipster tattoos.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see if they go further with the Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
I still haven't watched that. I've seen clips on YouTube or whatever.
Man, I'm
But-
really excited to see if they go further with that one.
Yeah. Well, I heard that they confirmed a sequel.
Well, I mean, like
He wasn't originally going to do it, but
Well, I mean, like as far as because the Joker was a standalone Joker movie
oh, you mean like incorporating it
with
into
Batman,
DC movies? And
Yes.
that would be cool, but
but they
I
got to
don't
get
know.
somebody else to play Batman. Ben Affleck, and now you got the vampire guy.
I liked Affleck. I don't know how I feel about Pattinson, but I haven't seen him. I think the problem with Affleck as Batman wasn't necessarily just Affleck. I also feel like it was the movies that were being written and put out. Like,
Yeah.
people put a lot of blame on actors for bad movies. Like Green Lantern, for example. Everyone made fun of Ryan Reynolds for that.
And now he's
But
on
then
the-
you see Deadpool, and you're like,
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not the actor, man. They
Yeah.
just do what they're told to do. They're doing their job. It's not their fault
Yeah.
that they're doing a garbage movie.
But
like-
anyways, I think we've rambled on long enough today.
I could keep going.
I could
honestly,
too,
but
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 before
that
we-
would deprive them of another episode.
Yeah, before we go, this weekend we're gonna try to do the video podcast.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you will get just a regular audio podcast. We will be reviewing Patreon exclusive, so go to the Patreon pages, subscribe. We will be reviewing the Tiger King,
Yes.
Joe Exotic.
Yes.
We will be reviewing that bitch Carol Baskin. So, go to patreon.com/trashpanda71 and patreon.com/GreekGodcast. We will be doing that. So come and support us. Also, we may have Matt on to tell you his story of the snake bite, of how he bit the snake's head off and now has it on his keychain. So, you got anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's good.
All right. There was another amazing, informative edition.
Yes.
Edition? Did I say that right?
Sure.
Edition?
Rendition? Or are you trying to say
Rendition. Rendition. He's the smart one.
Okay.
So, until next time, go like us on Patreon, like us on Facebook, give us a review. All the other the links, we'll send them. Be good.